entrepreneurs, business owners, they need to avoid litigation if at all possible. It can't always be avoided, but litigation is very expensive, and the cost of prevention is very inexpensive by comparison. So how do you avoid it? Well, if you have employees, one of the issues is, could you get sued for harassment, for discrimination? How do you protect yourself? Well, one way to protect yourself is to have, to be adequately insured.
Right.
And employment practices insurance is available. It can be customized in terms of, what your deductible or whatever is, and but companies need partners to protect themselves. They need their lawyers, they need their accountant, they need their insurance advisor, and liability protection, I think, deals with all of those three folks. On the legal side, you've got to make sure your company is, you've set up your company in some sort of limited liability type of way. A corporation is it's really a law that allows you to establish your business in the name of a corporate entity, the Mark Z Incorporated.
Right.
And if you do, and if you undertake obligations after you set up Mark Z Incorporated, you will not be personally liable for those obligations unless you've explicitly agreed to guarantee your company's obligations.
Right.
The same is true for a limited liability company, which seems to be very common now, but this is the Mark Z LLC. Once again, if you set it up and if you sign your agreements after you've set it up, and you end up in a problem, you won't be personally liable if you don't fulfill your contractual obligation. So it gives you a level of protection,
Right.
which, to put it in concrete terms, if you've got a house that you don't want to be exposed to the creditors of your company, you should have a limited liability entity, whether it's a corporation or an LLC. If you're a young company, typically money is tight, you're trying to grow your business, you're focused on what it takes to grow the business, and it's easy to put things off, particularly things that at that moment you might look at as just pure expense,
Right.
as opposed to protection
Right.
for the business. So business owners and entrepreneurs have to make hard choices. They make 100 of them every day at least.
Right.
But I just want to remind folks that there is this need to protect yourself and your company, so that when disputes arise, which for most companies it's just a fact of life, that you're as protected as you possibly can be.